Hey everybody, Michael Snyder here, California Weather Watch. Today's June 26th, and right now we're looking at the visible satellite imagery, and you can see the state of California with those low clouds breaking up across some of the Los Angeles area, like coastlines down towards San Diego, even all the way up towards the Bay Area. Some of that marine layer burning off today. Hopefully you get some sunshine if that's what you like. Check out this upper level low. Could spawn some strong storms across Nevada. Some of the Sierra Nevada, Northern California could get some thunderstorms as well. But the main thing here is we're going to look at the extended forecast. Looks like we might be warming up here significantly across the state of California. So we'll take a look at that in some detail as well. This is looking at CFS forecast for El Nino, probably headed towards a moderate and even a strong El Nino. Not much has changed there. This forecast just updated this morning here, June 26th. This is triple digit heat Friday through Saturday coming up here. The alarm's been sounded with the National Weather Service. Check out some of these temperatures here. Look at Fresno 105, then 108. I mean, Bakersfield 106 there. So a definite warm up is on its way here, folks, towards the end of the week, in towards the weekend. And this is looking at major heat risk. Sacramento National Weather Service as well. Major impacts coming up here with this heat wave. We'll look at it in some detail here in a moment. This is Las Vegas. Check it out. I mean, they haven't hit 100 yet this year, but by Thursday, that's likely to end. And then look at this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all the way up to 109. Impressive heat incoming here, folks. This is looking at Phoenix, Arizona. And again, impressive heat there across Arizona. It is June after all, and the monsoon has not yet arrived. Gusty winds, high fire danger out there, so be prepared for that. Do not be the guy that starts that fire. You can see the critical fire danger will exist. Now, this is looking at the huge ridge across some of Texas here. You can see the general troughing on the west coast, but watch what happens. This trough tries to hang on best it can here as we go through midweek, and then we really start to build some ridging here across California, and you'll clearly see this warm air and this clockwise spin over much of the west coast here, and that does not look good. If you like it cool, that's not a good sign there for much of the state of California. Look at this as you go well off into the extended, not much relief in sight here. So anyway, we'll be watching that here over the next few days, but it definitely looks like a warm up is coming. Check out the GFS 2-meter temperature anomalies. Nevada, California below normal here, but watch as we go on in through midweek here. You can see those anomalies start to fade, and the warmer than normal temperatures really start to take over much of California. Even some of the coastal areas look like they might start warming up a bit, but you can see there might be some exceptions down the coastline as well with that marine layer out there. So you know where to go if you want the heat. The valleys and the deserts there, and if you want a bit of a cool down, as always, you go out to the coastline for the most part. But you can see as we scroll off into the future here, there's some ebbing and flowing of these temperature anomalies, but for the most part, you can see the signal for above average temperatures all the way out through the next couple of weeks. This is looking at the NAM3KM, 500 millibars, 18,000 feet, and you can kind of see the spin and the atmosphere here moving across Nevada today could bring some enhancement to these showers across the Sierra Nevada and some of Nevada up into Idaho here as well. And it's always kind of nice to watch these fluid dynamics at work here as that trough moves its way across Nevada over the next few days. So you could expect some thunderstorms out across Nevada here for the next 3 days. And we can take a look at that here now at the NAM3KM. Hot off the presses, the 12Z run. This is what the top of the radar may look like here over the next few days. You can see some of these strong storms developing across Nevada. Some thunderstorms possible across northern California and the Sierra Nevada as well. And as you see, as we go on in through Tuesday, we get a bit of a break. Tuesday afternoon, we fire these thunderstorms up again across Nevada, go into the nighttime hours, get a bit of a break, and then by Wednesday afternoon, again, kind of rinse and repeat here with this troughing just kind of hanging on over the west, but that will be coming to an end as that kicks off and we build the ridge over the area here through the extended. This is lightning flash density potential, the high resolution rapid refresh. In fact, let's back up one run here so we can go out a little bit further, and you can kind of see the development of these thunderstorms across some of the Sierra Nevada, the east slopes, maybe Reno, even maybe down towards Tonopah, Nevada here, and you can see some of these strong storms move across Nevada as you go through the daytime and into tonight, shown there. So watch out for some of that dangerous lightning potential across some of Nevada especially. Now this is looking at the European 12Z run here. Let's update this because this is running as we speak here. You can see the troughing across much of the west and they're kind of moving up across Nevada here, hanging out in California, suppressing the temperatures a bit, but then you can see the ridge out here building off the coast of California here, and that's going to start the run of warm weather here for much of the area. This is looking at the national blend of models here. So this is kind of a conservative estimate on what the temperatures are going to be. You can see the high temperatures for today, upper 80s here, not too bad. Desert's pretty warm. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You get the picture of what's coming here, folks. Check out some of these temperatures well above 100 degrees here for the valley areas, big time heating. Look at Death Valley just roasting out there. Looks like you could hit some 120-degree temperatures or even higher. Look at that 123 in Death Valley by the time you get towards the weekend here coming up, folks. So definite warm up is in store. I'll scroll through that one more time. As you can see, these temperatures kind of really getting hot here as we go on in through the weekend coming up. This is looking at 24-hour 2-meter max temperature on the GFS. So this is just the GFS here. And watch some of these ridiculous temperatures that it starts painting here. This would be Friday afternoon. Here we go on into Saturday afternoon. Look at that 110, 100-teens here. The GFS can be overdoing these, but it's just kind of, a highlight of what's coming here as we go through the weekend and on into early next week. Really going to warm up here across much of the Southwest, including virtually all of California, except maybe the immediate coastline. This is the GFS, total precipitation in inches, the 12Z run. It's hot off the presses here as well. Put this into motion, and you can see where this precipitation is really constrained to is the Sierra Nevada, some of Northern California, and some of Nevada. And then we really turn off the precipitation here, folks. We're scrolling way out here. We're over 200 hours, 10 days out here, and there's some activity out here, but really this is just far off in fantasy land. Not much precipitation expected across the deserts, the coastal areas over the next 10 plus days here or so, folks. So yeah, we're really going to turn off the spigot here after about the next 3 days. 6 to 10 day temperature probability outlook here. You can clearly see the heat coming across the state. We're already pretty warm this time of year here across California, and we're probably going to be above those temperatures here as we go through the extended 8 to 14 day all the way through July 9th, I should say there. And the drought monitor still doing quite well. Of course, the reservoirs are doing quite well. We still have some snow across the Sierra Nevada, so doing okay on that front for now. Hopefully, we don't start setting up for some drought here across the state again, as we go through the year. Fingers crossed. And I've been showing this one the last few years here. This is El Nino conditions. You can see La Nina now in our rearview mirror headed into neutral conditions. And now you can see the developing El Nino across the Central Pacific there. There's South America, maritime continent there. So this is measuring those conditions across the equatorial Pacific there. And as we go on into June, you can clearly see the waters warming across the Central Pacific. We are now technically in a moderate El Nino conditions here across the equatorial Pacific. 1.0, we hit that in the latest weekly sea surface temperature departures there. And you can see the climb in the Nino 3.4 region. That's where we determine whether it's El Nino, neutral, or La Nina. And you can see the climb out of La Nina towards neutral. And we're quickly headed up into a moderate El Nino coming up here. So anyway, yeah. I hope you guys like the heat because it's coming for the valleys and the deserts for sure. If you want to try to beat that heat, stay on the coastline and hope that marine layer wins out on some of these days coming up here through the weekend. And watch out for the thunderstorms across Nevada. I know they're not used to some of that heavy rain out there, and you can get some flooding concerns with that and the dangerous lightning across the Sierra Nevada if you're out in the backcountry too as well, and some of those gusty winds and big high temperatures there across some of Arizona also. But anyway, we'll keep doing this. We'll watch how this heat wave evolves. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys then.